Well, hey there, Richard Petrie here, author of the book What to Do If Your Marketing Sucks, and you're getting this video because you must have downloaded that book reasonably recently, and I hope you're enjoying it, you're getting good value out of it. I know the stats say most people who buy a book, a hard copy book, don't read it, so hopefully you've managed to get through it, and I'll send another link if you download it and you've forgotten about it, but get on to it. It's got a lot of really powerful stuff in there. Hey, now I wanted to give you a couple of strategies that you could use to get clients, because that book is quite theoretical around the structure and the psychology of winning clients, but I thought it'd be handy to give you a couple of very quick and easy fast strategies for getting clients today. So if you watch this video over the next, I don't know, 10-12 minutes, I'm going to give you two really quick strategies for getting clients, and it's undeniable. As soon as you see the theory behind it, you'll know that it will work. So it's a big promise, but I know it certainly does work. So I know you'll agree with me by the end of it. Both strategies take less than about, I don't know, one takes 15 seconds to implement, and the other one takes maybe a couple of minutes maximum to implement. So, and they definitely work. I've had a lot of people use them, and yeah, basically they work. So get into it. Thanks for downloading the book. Make sure you read it. And we'll see you soon. Okay, here's a little story about how I was wrong. And it seems a pretty unusual way to start a video, admittedly, but maybe it's time to come clean, and this is almost a confession. So Hamish Conway and I used to travel around the country giving seminars, marketing seminars. We'd always ask a question, which was, where do you get most of your clients from? And people would put their hands up for cold calling and networking, and some would say referrals, some would say advertising, all sorts of different lead sources. But by far, the most common way for people to get their clients was through a thing called referrals and word of mouth. Now, here's where we were wrong. We would sort of laugh and, to be honest, scoff a little bit at that. Because what it meant to us at the time was that referrals and word of mouth were because you were no good at getting other marketing. You know, you just wait. That was all you were left with, was referrals and word of mouth. Because we had all these strategies, how you can get clients from all sorts of clever little marketing initiatives. So we thought, referrals and word of mouth is what you do if you're poor at marketing, because that's all you're left with. Well, that was actually a bit of a mistake. So this concept of referrals is one of the most ignored marketing strategies ever. And I believe that if you get the strategy right, it could be the only client strategy you need for getting new clients. I'm going to give you two strategies, actually. One of them's an awesomely easy 60-second. You can implement this strategy in 60 seconds to get referrals. And I promise if you do it, you will get referrals this year, this month maybe even. And I'll show you a second one, which is also actually even takes less than 60 seconds. Actually, never even thought of that. It's really it's one you say. So very cool, and it does make a difference. At the end, I'll show you how to get another 6 client attraction strategies, because at the end of the day, if you're good at getting clients, that's a pretty key thing, isn't it? And if you look at some of the greatest companies in the world, McDonald's, and when I say great, I mean great at making money and being successful. McDonald's, Burger King, Pizza Hut, even Microsoft. The reason they're the most profitable, most successful companies is because they're great at marketing. They're great at getting new clients on board. Their product isn't necessarily the best. Okay, is McDonald's got the best burgers? I always regret buying a McDonald's burger. It's sort of that thing, it'll be good, and then after you've eaten it, it's like, I wish I hadn't done that. Pizza's worse. Finish a pizza, because I know, I've looked it up, how many calories in a pizza. You're better off eating McDonald's, but you get to the end of a pizza, man, and it's just like, I wish I hadn't done that. KFC. Anyway, you don't have to have the greatest product in the world. You just have to be best at getting clients. So let's get on with it. What makes selling so hard? There's 3 things that are happening when someone's buying something. And think about this for you. When you're buying something, there's 3 questions that are going off in your head, either consciously or unconsciously. So I'm going to ask what these 3 questions are. Here's what they are. First question someone's going to ask, or you're asking, when someone approaches you to sell you something is, what do you got? Okay, that's if you're intending to give them an audience, it's what do you got? Second question is, all right, and yet they're doing their pitch, and you go, okay, well, sounds reasonable. The thing that's going off in your head the whole time is, how much is this thing? Come on, give me the price. It looks okay. How much is it? And then the third thing is, you're asking yourself the whole time is, what will this thing do for me? Okay, so what have you got? How much will it cost? And what's it going to do for me? And these things that they're just going off in our head all the time. So they're going off for your buyers, and they go off for you when you're buying. And these are the questions you've got to answer before someone actually ever makes a buying decision. Okay, true. It's pretty simple, but this is what has to happen. And with referrals, word of mouth marketing, where someone else has introduced your product to you, or someone has convinced you to go and buy something, it's a slightly different dynamic, because those three questions are automatically answered. What do you got? Before they even get to you, those questions have been answered because someone else has already done the selling for you. So let me give you a quick example. You go to a Christmas function and you're there and you've got a bad back. And in hobbles the door Uncle Arthur, and he hobbles in and he's got a bad back as well. So you say, what's the problem, Uncle Arthur? What's happening? He said, I've got a bad back. And you say, well, so have I. And then you start swapping notes about whose back is worse and how you did it and how long you've had it. And you both have a pretty miserable time at Christmas. Anyway, that ends. That's great. The next family function might be a few months later, except this time you've still got your bad back. And Uncle Arthur comes in and he's running around. His back's fine. And you go, Uncle Arthur, what's happened? Your back was worse than mine at Christmas time and now you're all sorted. He said, oh yeah, I went to see this acupuncturist. Name was John Jew. He's brilliant. You know, I had this bad back for 6 months and he sorted it, and I just went in there and he, oh, did it hurt? Oh, not really. A couple of pin pricks in my back and you're all sorted, Now, what are you going to do? You've had your bad back for 3 months and you've still got it. And Uncle Arthur has sorted his out. He's rolling around on the grass, wrestling with the kids. So, of course, you're going to say, well, how do I get hold of this guy? And you ring up this acupuncturist, and you say, can I book myself in? Now have a think of those three questions. What do you got? Well, that's covered. He knows what you got. How much does it cost? It's probably not an issue, because the third question has been answered, is what's it going to do for me? And what you're hoping is it's going to do exactly the same for me as what it did for Uncle Arthur. So the price is often not a factor. All those questions have been answered. That's the beauty of referrals. Uncle Arthur, has already done the selling for you, so that if you're the acupuncturist, you don't need to do any selling. You just take the phone call. And that's why referrals can be so much better. So I'm going to cover something in a minute about the 80-20 of accurate thinking on client acquisition. Time magazine put out an article called The One Criteria to Grow, and they were trying to identify what is the one criteria that is most likely to predict the success of a company. And what they came down to was how referable they were. To cut a long story short, big long article basically was, how referable are you? And they identified that if your business was likely to be referred and people to buy from others based on referrals, that was the best predictor of whether your business was going to be successful. So referrals is awesome. And like I say, I'm going to give you a couple of strategies in a minute. But let's have a look at this. Let's just have a look at the theory behind this. Now, this is something I was playing around with a sheet of paper after we had this. Actually, it was after the seminars. And so I was saying to people, where do your new clients come from? Okay, what's the source of your new clients? So let's say people see it in our marketing seminars, and it was actually more than this for referrals, but let's say half of it comes from our marketing, and half of our new clients, the source of our new clients, comes from referrals or word of mouth. I think that's pretty conservative for a lot of businesses. But let's say it's 50-50. So then we'd ask the next question. We'd say, how much money do you spend on these two areas? Right? So given it's 50-50, where do you spend your money? And people would say, oh, well, pretty much people say we don't spend any money on referrals and all of our money goes on our marketing. It's kind of interesting, isn't it? When you put those two figures side by side. So then we said, okay, what's the believability of when your message is coming from a referral? How believable is that for the prospect compared to when that message, same message is coming from your marketing? How believable is it? And people in the seminar said, well, we think we spend hardly any money on getting more referrals, but the believability is like massively high. You know, when someone tells you how great a product or service is because it's been great for them, that, you know, there's no resistance, is there? It's very compelling. So then we asked one more question, and that was, when you get a referral, someone rings up and says, hey, Joe sent me to contact you because you can fix bad backs. How fast is the sales cycle compared to if you've tried to generate that lead through marketing? You know, and people say, well, when the referral, they're so much quicker, so much faster compared to marketing. No, there's nothing wrong with marketing, but, you know, like I said at the start, referrals is such a neglected, undernourished form of lead. They just come in without you actually doing any work. Or there's no system, there's no process to it. Imagine if there was a little bit of a system. Because if you can get 10% more clients from your marketing, but it costs you a fortune, versus getting 10% more clients from your referrals, well, you know, that's the best way to go, because they're the best type of clients. So, are you thinking what I was thinking? And that is, what if, when we're investing money to try and get more clients, what if, instead of being 80-20, what if it was 50-50? What if we actually invested some money, time and effort into getting referrals? What would happen? Wouldn't that be kind of amazing? I think so. So I'm going to give you a couple of little strategies here. And this is a 60-second strategy that you can implement probably within 10 minutes of finishing this video. It's called the Omgetsekbidtoire. That's an acronym, okay? And the acronym, that acronym is for this. It's, oh my God, that's so incredibly easy. I can't believe I didn't think of it sooner strategy. And here it is. Right, this is it. You've got an emails. You send out emails. I'll get rid of that. You send out emails every day, right? Maybe some 20, 30, 50, 100 emails every day. Imagine if, like John Klapaka here, you decided to put in your signature, and he hasn't flashed this up particularly much, he's just put it in. He's got, in his signature he's included reward yourself and help others to get a website that will deliver high performance results for them. Basically it's a referral offer. Send us a referral and we'll give you something. So if you click on that link, you could have the offer in the signature. In this case, you click on the link there and it takes you through to a web page. Now that's pretty simple, but you don't even need a web page. You just put, hey, send us a client in this month and we'll give you a dinner for two at the White House restaurant. This is how John's done anyway. He's done a 200 Prezi card for any referrals that come through that end up being a client. And all it is you've added something to your signature. How easy is that? That's 60-second job, really, isn't it? That's a 60-second job. Now, if you get, you get, it's self-funding too. You give them $200, but it's you're only giving them $200 if they've got you a client. So it costs you nothing, right? You can't afford not to do it, really, can you? And if you get 2 or 3 clients a year like this because they've clicked, they've seen your referral in your signature. 2 or 3 a year, is that reasonable to get 2 or 3 extra clients a year because someone's looked at your signature and saw you're offering a reward each month? Yeah, I think it's possible. Don't know. As long as you do a good service, but it can't be too hard. And in John's case, he has a web page and they just fill out a form and send it in. But you could have anything. You just put, send us an email with your name and contact details, and we'll send them out a special offer. And if you do that and they end up becoming a client, all that could be in your signature. That's so incredibly easy. Right. If just while we're talking client strategies, I'm doing a workshop next Wednesday, the 12th of June, 9 to 12, and we're going to go through 6 ready-to-go client getting strategies. Obviously, this is a 60-second one. It's pretty easy. I'm going to go through some. You might get 3 or 4 clients a year out of that. I'll show you some strategies where you can get a truckload more. Do only have 10 places left, so I'm just doing a quick promo here. try and fill up those final 10 places. What are we going to cover? We're going to cover the secret of the monkey's fist. That's an awesome strategy for getting people to come, clients, prospects to come to you. They come to you instead of you go to them. If you've got the book, What to Do If Your Marketing Sucks, there's a chapter on that, and you can go and have a look at that, but I'll take you through a specific exact example that completely made a lot of money for a client of mine. And I'll show you exactly what they did, how they did it, and I'll give you all the boxes and the flow charts on how you could replicate it. And we'll play around in the session for how you could implement that strategy. Here's another one. This is a lot easier, this strategy. 10-day cash machine. So this is how to construct an offer over a 10-day period. It's a bit of a campaign. Yeah, it's a 3-step campaign. Very, very simple. Costs you virtually nothing to do it. And I definitely recommend every single client I've ever had runs the 10-day cash machine, because you can, in 10 days, you can pick up some money and some clients using this system. Oops. Strategy number 3 we're going to cover. Look mum, no database. So this is a strategy, basically actually incorporates the 10-day cash machine, but it's for people who don't have a database. You don't need a database to do the 10-day cash machine, and I'll show you how to do that. Strategy number 4 I'm going to give you for getting clients is, actually this is a good one for getting more sales out of your existing clients. And I call it the circle of love. The circle of love. Very, very cool. As soon as you see it, you'll say it's the most brilliant strategy you have ever seen for getting more sales out of your existing clients, if I say so myself. Okay? There is no client I do not run the strategy with now for, and it works every single time. If you've got clients and you want to get more sales out of them, the circle of love is how you do it. And I'll show you how to do that. Romance pack is a nice one. This is another referral strategy. And I'll show you, I'll even give you the emails that I've written in this campaign sequence for the romance. It's about getting referrals. And it's worked. We've done it with about 4 or 5 clients, and every time they've picked up clients from it. And it's a fun one to run. It's a very fun one to run. People love sending them, and they love you. You get some funny stories come back on the old romance pack campaign. And the final one is the viral video slam. Notice they've all got a catchy little name. You've got to do that sometimes, just to productize these little client getting strategies. The viral video slam. This helps your clients basically start creating videos for you. So they create free videos for you, and I'll show you how to make them want to do it. And you'll be surprised at how many videos you get back, and they're all marketing videos you can use. I'll show you exactly how to do that. It's a really cool one, and the beauty of it is yeah, like I say, they're making client campaigns for you. You'll have to see it, but anyway, it's amazing. So that's it. Now I'm going to give you another referral strategy just before I wrap up here. And often, if someone's coming to you asking for a discount and stuff like that, this is a way to give a discount to justify you giving a discount. Okay, so normally say, can you give us a discount on that? You might say, oh yeah, well, we'll sharpen the pencil, we'll take 10% off it. You don't want to do that. Here's how you can do it. Okay, so you say this, and like I say, this takes even less than 60 seconds. You say to them, would you like the referral price or the normal price? If they're asking for a discount, or even if you're just making your offer, you're saying, right, how much? Let me run you through what it costs. By the way, before I run you through what it costs, are you interested in the referral price or the normal price? To which they're going to respond. They're going to say, well, what's the referral price? And you are going to counter with, oh, have I not explained the referral price to you? Well, if you're able to refer 3 people to us within 30 days of you making this purchase, then I'm allowed to discount our product by whatever, 5%, 10%, whatever you're going to do. Which price would you like? And they go, pretty much, they always go, they'll always say, I'll take the referral price, which means they are now obligated to give you three referrals. How cool is that? How cool is that? That is very cool. And this takes no time to implement. This is just a little bit of smarts. So, you can use it then, you can bring it up, or you can say, if someone says, oh, we want a discount, say, well, I can't discount, unfortunately. Head office does not allow that, but I can give you the referral price if you're prepared to give us 3 referrals. Oh, what's that? Well, that's effectively a 5% discount. It's the only way I can do it. But we do need 3 referrals from you. And pretty much always people go, okay, yeah, great, no problem. Because they know people like them who are also buying your type of service. So that's it. That's 2 very quick. The oh my God, that's so incredibly easy. I can't believe I didn't think of it early strategy, where you stick it in your signature, and then the referral pricing. These are dead weight, simple ways to implement. Well, thank you very much. So anyway, the next thing you need to know is come along, from 9 till 12 on June the 12th, and I'll take you through some 6 other strategies, which are very, very cool. And yeah, love to take you through them. I think it's about $65 plus GST if you're a member of the Hutt Valley Chamber, and $85 plus GST if you're not. But ring Kimberly, 939-9821. Get yourself a place on that. Like I say, I think I have about 10 places left on that. So jump on board on that, come along, and we'll work through these 6 different strategies. You may only like 2 of them. I mean, they're all great, but you may only want to, even if you only implemented 2 of them really well for the next year, I honestly think if you pick the right ones and implement them properly, you can just add a whole lot of extra customers to what you, over and above what you were going to do. So anyway, look forward to seeing you there. If you can't make it, thanks anyway. Thanks for watching this video. And if you've got any questions, then you can send us an email. And otherwise, thanks. I've enjoyed making this video, and hope you enjoyed watching it.